It seems Prince Harry still hasn't learned the meaning of accountability. Despite walking away from royal duties, torching bridges with his family, and launching relentless public attacks on the institution that once sheltered him, the Duke of Sussex is reportedly making yet another desperate attempt to reclaim something he freely gave up: taxpayer-funded security in the UK. According to a royal insider, Prince William has privately mocked his brother's latest plea, calling it shameless, and frankly, he's right. Earlier this year, Harry's legal bid to reinstate his UK police protection collapsed in the High Court. The message was clear: you cannot quit the job, cash in on the title, and then expect the perks to come rolling back when it suits you. Yet Harry, in a baffling display of entitlement, is making fresh moves to push the issue again. It's almost as if reality hasn't quite sunk in for the self-exiled prince. Let's be blunt, Harry made a choice. He and Meghan Markle traded royal duty for celebrity freedom. They wanted independence, their own path, and the ability to speak their truth without the palace's oversight. Fair enough. But independence comes with consequences, and one of those is footing the bill for your own security. It is not the job of the British taxpayer to bankroll protection for someone who voluntarily removed themselves from the system that provided it. What makes this new request so absurd is its sheer audacity. Harry has repeatedly criticised the UK government, the royal family, and the media, painting himself as a victim of a cruel machine. And now, after all his legal defeats and public grievances, he expects that same system to open its arms, pull out the checkbook, and pretend none of it ever happened. It's a display of staggering hypocrisy. Insiders say William is bemused and mocking his brother's insistence on reopening the issue, reportedly calling the move as a joke. And honestly, who can blame him? While William has shouldered the weight of duty with quiet consistency, Harry has spent the last few years rewriting his role as a tragic rebel, cashing in through interviews, books, and docuseries. His demands now for state security read less like legitimate concerns and more like the antics of someone unwilling to face the consequences of their own rebellion. The notion that Harry is somehow entitled to special protection, while countless British citizens face cuts to public services, is offensive. Security for senior royals isn't a vanity perk, it's a function tied to their roles, their duties, and their exposure as working representatives of the Crown. Harry voluntarily stepped away from all of that. He is not carrying out engagements, not representing the monarchy, and not living in the UK full-time. He is, by all practical measures, a private citizen. And yet, here he is again, refusing to accept the reality he helped create. His failed appeal earlier this year should have been the final word. Instead, his persistence gives the impression of someone who believes rules are flexible when it comes to him. This is not just a security issue, it's an ego issue. Meanwhile, William's response highlights the widening gulf between the brothers. The future king reportedly finds Harry's repeated requests almost laughable, not out of cruelty, but out of exasperation. William understands the structure, the protocol, and the sacrifices that come with royal life. Harry, on the other hand, seems to want all the benefits of that structure without any of the responsibility. It's also worth noting the irony in Harry's stance. This is the same man who insisted he wanted a life free from the institution. The same man who claimed he wanted to protect his family from the toxic environment of the British press and the palace. Yet his actions show a man who cannot quite detach himself from the privileges of the institution he so vehemently rejects. He wants the security, the special treatment, and the financial cover, all while operating as a global celebrity who picks and chooses when to be royal. In the eyes of many, Harry's latest move isn't just tone-deaf, it's insulting. While he lives in a Californian mansion and rubs shoulders with Hollywood elites, British taxpayers are expected to pay for his private lifestyle choices. Why should ordinary people cover the costs of a man who no longer serves them? William's mockery is more than sibling banter. It reflects the frustration within royal circles, and among the public, that Harry refuses to move on. There is a growing perception that he wants to keep one foot in the royal system while keeping the other firmly in the lucrative world of celebrity. But you can't straddle both worlds indefinitely. Eventually, you have to choose a side. The courts have spoken. The palace has moved on. Even the public mood has shifted. But Harry seems stuck in a fantasy where he can rewrite the terms whenever he likes. His latest security request isn't a bold move, it's a desperate grasp for relevance and privilege that no longer belong to him. If Harry truly wants to live as a private citizen, he should act like one. Pay for your own security. Build your own support structures. Accept that you can't have royal privileges without royal duties. And if he doesn't like those terms, well, perhaps he should have thought about that before turning his back on the very institution he now expects to protect him. William's reported reaction, mocking, blunt, and incredulous, sums up what many are thinking but few in royal circles have said aloud. Enough is enough. Harry can't keep playing both victim and VIP. If you walk away from the throne, you walk away from the throne. Full stop.